So on June 6th, approximately 9:30, I was walking on this sidewalk in 2021, about 25-30 feet ahead of my partner. We were carrying some books and laundry and walking slowly, and a man came up from the back of this parking lot where the American Legion is, around that fence, coming out at a high-pitched squeal, going, "Oh, oh, oh!" And he, I thought nothing of it. He was just drunk or high or something. And he ran past me. I dodged into the lane of traffic and cars. There were probably more cars parked that night. Lots of people were out smoking. It was a beautiful summer night. And he zeroed in, ran up to my partner, and began confronting him. When I saw that, I was quite surprised because I didn't know him, recognize him, or have any understanding of why he would do this. So immediately, verbally, as I moved into the street, I'm looking that way and I'm confronting the situation, saying, hey, guys, like, because I didn't even have anything against him or know why anyone should be upset about anything at all. He then proceeded to knock my partner into the ground and began pummeling him and trying to pin him down. He was sort of a tall, young, angular man with long hair that had been in his face, obscuring his face when he ran up, slender frame, and my partner was basically being pinned and pummeled. What ended up happening is he got knocked down time after time after time. And eventually the attacker was sitting on that park bench being pinned down. And what ended up happening is interveners who possibly knew him intercepted him and began pulling him off. At one point, I was running across the road onto this side of traffic, observing the situation, thinking this is going to be a murder. I can't believe I'm witnessing what is going to be a murder, because slamming anyone to the concrete can dramatically give them a head injury. And I wasn't sure how far he was going to go. Of course, we didn't know if he had a knife or a gun or something even worse than his fists. He's punching and like pinning and kicking and kind of squirming around like an animal on top of my partner. At one point, this is probably the second slam down, because there were at least 3, possibly 4 slam downs. I run up into the middle of the road where my partner's been once again pinned again. I get very, very close to the attacker, thinking I can rip or pull him off. I'm very scared, though, that he will start attacking me, realizing as a woman of a smaller size, I would be at a huge disadvantage. And my partner is a very slender, small-framed fellow, so he is also, in a sense, overpowered completely and taken by surprise down to the ground. As I realize I shouldn't be the one, I am screaming, and a woman comes this way, and she's like a woman who's dressed kind of tomboyishly. She immediately begins grabbing and pulling him, which indicates to me she has some prior knowledge of his threat level, like maybe she knows he isn't carrying a gun or a knife. She begins pulling him off. I assume she's his girlfriend who knows he's a loose cannon or something like that and is trying to save him from going to jail or something like that. So that was sort of a good thing. But then some really bigger, burlier dudes come up, one of whom has like really a lot of facial hair. He starts just completely ripping the guy off my partner, and I just start thanking them effusively. Thank you, guys. So they think they have the situation under control. We think we're getting away. Boom, the slam down happens again. At some point, I'm walking this way. There's a car trying to swerve around the incident, which is just a slam down, a slam down, a slam down. And we don't want to be hit. She doesn't know what she's witnessing. She's just like delicately trying to get her SUV away from this situation.
And then I remember saying, but I love him, as if I could negotiate with the attacker not to attack my partner because I love him. And as we are somewhat confused as to why our books and laundry are both on one side of the road and the other, because I had gotten some of the stuff over here not knowing what was happening, my mental cognition recognizes the stuff is unimportant, we just have to get to safety. And so from there, as we're trying to get to safety, the attacker is still pursuing my partner, who is very dazed from the head injury. And as he's attacking again, the interveners who keep ripping him off my partner pin him down to that bench, because it's almost as if they didn't understand why he kept getting up to attack again and getting up to attack again when they think they've subdued him. And then there's a taxi that's a normal taxi dock for Royal Cab in that parking lot pulling into where they dock. And I open up the back of the door and I'm about to get in, and I'm screaming over at my partner, come on, let's get in this taxi. Because at that point, I don't care where we go. I have a credit card, so I can pay for like $10 or $5 or whatever. It doesn't matter, because we don't want to be assaulted. But as he sees this madman and all these people pinning him down, and people are watching and distracted, somebody's filming evidently, which I didn't have the presence of mind to pull out my phone. I was more concerned with calling 911 at that point. The taxi driver refuses us service. And at that point, I'm not sure if my partner needs an ambulance or not, because I'm not sure how hard the injury is. He definitely looks dazed and confused and head injured. And so from there, I just beg him to run, and we run, get to safety, and call 911.